They say America is a melting pot, but sometimes you have to wonder what exactly we are melting in that pot.
From sandwiches made of brains to dessert salads made of mayonnaise, this is the weirdest, wildest, and most controversial food in every state. We start in the Northeast. It's cold up here, and apparently, that makes people crave some very strange textures. Connecticut, the steamed cheeseburger. We all love a grilled burger with a nice char, but in central Connecticut, they said, no thanks. They invented the steamed cheeseburger. The meat is steamed in a metal cabinet until it turns gray and wet. The cheese is steamed until it's a molten lava soup. It's soggy, it's gray, and locals defend it with their lives. Rhode Island, pizza strips. If you order pizza in Rhode Island, don't expect cheese or heat. Pizza strips, or party pizza, is thick dough covered in tomato sauce, and that's it. It is served ice cold from a bakery box. It looks like a crime scene, but Rhode Islanders swear it's the ultimate snack. Massachusetts, the chow mein sandwich. In Fall River, Massachusetts, they took crispy, dry chow mein noodles, drowned them in brown gravy, and smashed them between a hamburger bun. It is carb-on-carb violence. It's messy, crunchy, and soggy all at the same time. Maine, Moxie. This isn't a food, but it's a lifestyle. Moxie is the official state soft drink. It tastes like root beer, mixed with cough syrup and a car tire. The main ingredient is gentian root, which is incredibly bitter. Mainers drink it like water. Everyone else drinks it on a dare. Vermont, sugar on snow. This sounds charming. Hot maple syrup poured on fresh snow. But the side dish? Pickles. And plain donuts. The tradition is eat the sweet candy, eat a sour pickle to neutralize the sugar, eat a dry donut, repeat. The flavor whiplash is intense. New Hampshire, grape nuts ice cream. New Hampshire loves grape nuts ice cream. Yes, the gravel-like cereal that breaks your teeth. They mix it into soft ice cream. It has the texture of wet sand, but for some reason, in the Granite State, it outsells Oreo and cookie dough. New York, the garbage plate. Rochester, New York gave us the garbage plate. It's not an insult, that's the name. Macaroni salad and baked beans, topped with home fries, topped with 2 cheeseburgers or hot dogs, drowned in meat sauce, onions, and mustard. It looks like it was dropped on the floor, scooped up, and served. It is the ultimate hangover cure. New Jersey, muskrat. Down in South Jersey, they hold an annual muskrat dinner. Yes, the swamp rodent. They describe the meat as earthy and distinct. It's a tradition dating back to fur trappers, but seeing a rodent on a plate is a hurdle most tourists can't jump. Pennsylvania, Scrapple. The Pennsylvania Dutch hate waste. So after butchering a pig, they take the scraps, snouts, hearts, livers, skin, boil it into a mush with cornmeal, freeze it into a gray loaf, slice it, and fry it. It's Scrapple. If you don't ask what's in it, it's delicious. If you do ask, you might stop eating. Heading south. The motto here seems to be, if it's an organ or it lives in a swamp, we can make it taste good. Delaware, slippery dumplings. These aren't fluffy dumplings. These are slippery dumplings. They are large, flat squares of dough boiled in chicken broth until they become slick and slimy. The texture is essentially wet noodle slide, and it's a comfort food staple. Maryland, stuffed ham. This isn't just ham. It's a corned ham that is slashed open and stuffed with pounds of kale, cabbage, onions, and spices, until it looks like a green and pink science experiment. It's served cold, and the flavor is intense. West Virginia, squirrel gravy. In the mountains, hunting is life. Squirrel gravy is exactly what it sounds like. Squirrel meat is tough, so they slow cook it until tender and serve it over biscuits. To locals, it's free-range protein. To outsiders, it's a park rodent. Virginia, Brunswick stew. Today, you get chicken in your stew, but the traditional Virginian recipe calls for squirrel or a possum. Some old-school spots still swear that the only way to get the right texture is to use small game animals caught in the woods. North Carolina, liver mush. It's like Scrapple's cousin, but with way more liver. Liver mush is pig liver,
head parts, and cornmeal. It is gray, squishy, and usually fried crispy. It's a breakfast staple that smells strongly of iron and history.
South Carolina, chitterlings, chitlins. You can't talk weird food without chitlins. These are pig intestines. They have to be cleaned for hours and boiled for hours. The smell of cooking chitlins is legendary, and not in a good way. It smells like a barnyard, but the texture is chewy and savory. Georgia, pickled pig's feet. Walk into any gas station in Georgia and you'll see a jar of pink, floating pig's feet. They are fatty, gelatinous, and sour. You gnaw the skin and fat off the bone. It's a texture that requires a very strong stomach. Florida, gator tail. To Floridians, this is chicken. To everyone else, it's a dinosaur. But the weirdest part? You can buy gator jerky and gator nuggets at gas stations. It's chewy, slightly fishy, and reminds you that in Florida, you eat the predator before it eats you. Alabama, pickled pig lips. If feet weren't enough, Alabama offers pickled pig lips. They are dyed a neon pink color and float in jars of vinegar. They have a distinct spongy texture. It's the ultimate bar snack if you've had enough beers to forget what you're eating. Mississippi, Kool-Aid pickles. Take a dill pickle, soak it in a jar of cherry or tropical punch Kool-Aid and sugar. The result is a neon red Kool-Ickle. It is sour, salty, sweet, and chemically fruity. It looks radioactive, but kids in Mississippi love them. Tennessee, the slug burger. Don't worry, no slugs are involved. The slug burger originated during the Depression. It's a burger made of beef mixed with soy meal or potato flour to stretch the meat. It's deep fried until crispy. The name comes from the fact that they used to cost a nickel, a slug. Kentucky, lamb fries. They call them fries. They are not potatoes. They are testicles, usually lamb or calf. They are peeled, breaded, and deep fried. They are surprisingly creamy on the inside. Knowing that doesn't make it easier to swallow. Arkansas, buffalo ribs. Not the animal buffalo. This is the buffalo fish, a bottom feeder from the rivers. The weird part? It is notoriously full of tiny bones. Eating it is a surgical procedure. You have to navigate hundreds of bones to get to the meat. Louisiana, Nutria rat. The Nutria is a giant invasive swamp rodent with orange teeth. To control the population, Louisiana has tried to turn it into food. State officials have released recipes for ragondin à l'orange. It's basically a 20-pound rat. Bon appetit. The Midwest, home of salads that contain no vegetables and meat that is served raw. Ohio, Cincinnati chili. To an Italian, this is a war crime. Cincinnati chili is a meat sauce seasoned with cinnamon, cloves, allspice, and chocolate. It's served over spaghetti. It's sweet, savory, and brown. It looks like sludge. But Ohioans eat millions of pounds of it a year. Indiana, brain sandwich. The Hilltop Inn in Evansville, Indiana, is famous for the fried brain sandwich. Originally cow brains, the brain is battered and fried. The texture is described as mushy and mild. Illinois, gravy bread. In Chicago, you can order an Italian beef sandwich, but if you order gravy bread, they just take a bread roll and soak it in meat juice until it is dissolving. You are essentially eating meat-flavored wet sponge. Michigan, head cheese. It's not cheese, it's meat jelly. Head cheese is made by boiling the head of a pig or cow until the collagen turns into a natural gelatin. The meat bits are suspended in this clear, savory jelly loaf. It's cold, jiggly meat. Wisconsin, the cannibal sandwich. Every Christmas, the Wisconsin Health Department issues a warning. Please stop eating raw meat. And every year, Wisconsin ignores them. The cannibal sandwich, or tiger meat, is raw ground beef seasoned with salt and pepper, topped with raw onions on rye bread. It sends people to the hospital every year, but it's tradition. Minnesota, Lutefisk, a gift from Scandinavian ancestors. Lutefisk is whitefish dried until it's leather, then rehydrated in lye, which is corrosive, then boiled. The result is a translucent, jelly-like fish that smells horrifying. It wobbles on the fork. Iowa, turkey fries. Like Kentucky, Iowa loves its testicles.
But here, they prefer turkey fries. They are smaller, bite-sized, and served by the bucket at festivals. It gives a whole new meaning to finger food.
Missouri. St. Paul sandwich. You'd think this is from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Nope, St. Louis, Missouri. It's an egg foo young patty served between 2 slices of white bread with pickles and mayo. It's a Chinese-American omelet sandwich that makes no sense, yet exists everywhere there.
North Dakota. Pickled northern pike. Pike is a slimy, bony fish. In North Dakota, they chop it into chunks and preserve it in vinegar and sugar. Pickled pike has a rubbery texture and is eaten cold, right out of the jar, while ice fishing. South Dakota. Chislic. It sounds normal, fried meat on a stick. But true chislic is often made with mutton or game meat, and it is deep fried with no batter. It's tough, chewy, and aggressively seasoned with garlic salt. Nebraska. Carp. Most of the US considers carp a trash fish that tastes like mud. In Nebraska, specifically at Joe's famous fish fry, they deep fry carp, including the bones. The flying carp is an invasive species, so eating them is technically an act of environmental service. Kansas. Chili and cinnamon rolls. This is the school lunch combination that haunts and delights every Kansan. You are served a bowl of spicy chili, and the side dish is a sweet, frosted cinnamon roll. You are supposed to dip the roll in the chili. The sweet, spicy, doughy combo is a mandatory Friday meal. Finally, the West, where people eat things that can kill you, or things that look like they came from an alien planet. Texas. Deep fried butter. The Texas State Fair is the world capital of frying things that shouldn't be fried. The champion? Deep fried butter. They freeze a stick of butter, batter it, fry it, and sprinkle it with sugar. When you bite in, it is literally a shot of hot, melted oil. Oklahoma. Fried rattlesnake. At the annual rattlesnake hunt festivals, they catch them, skin them, and fry them. Rattlesnake is stringy, full of little bones, and tastes like, you guessed it, tough chicken. It's the only food that can bite you back if you're not careful catching it. New Mexico. Green chili sundae. New Mexico puts green chili on everything. Burgers, pizza, stew. But the line is drawn at the green chili sundae. Vanilla ice cream topped with a spicy, savory, roasted pepper sauce. It confuses your brain. Is it dessert? Is it dinner? It burns and cools at the same time. Arizona. Scorpion lollipops. Walk into any tourist shop in Arizona and you'll find candy with a real scorpion encased inside. While mostly a gimmick, people do eat the scorpion at the end. It's crunchy and tastes like dried shrimp. Colorado. Rocky Mountain oysters. The most famous weird food in the West. Bulls are castrated and the testicles are flattened, breaded, and fried. They are chewy. Locals love to feed them to tourists and tell them it's seafood until after they've swallowed. Wyoming. Elk tongue. Wyoming hunters waste nothing. Elk tongue is a delicacy. It's boiled, peeled, and sliced. The texture is incredibly soft, almost creamy, but looking at a giant tongue on your plate requires a mental adjustment. Montana. Brains and eggs, a cowboy breakfast classic that refuses to die. Scrambled eggs mixed with calf brains. The brains add a creamy, rich texture to the eggs. If you don't think about what it is, it's basically a super rich omelet. Idaho. Ice cream potato. This is a visual trick. It looks exactly like a baked potato with sour cream, but it's actually vanilla ice cream dusted with cocoa powder to look like dirt and topped with whipped cream. It's delicious, but your eyes will tell you it's a cold potato. Utah. Green Jell-O with carrots. The official state snack of Utah is green Jell-O, but not just plain. It is served with shredded carrots suspended inside. It's a vegetable salad pretending to be a dessert. It is at every church gathering, and it jiggles menacingly. Nevada. The toilet bowl sundae. Las Vegas is about excess. Several restaurants serve a massive chocolate sundae inside a miniature ceramic toilet. You have to eat brown chocolate sludge out of a toilet bowl. It's disgusting by design, yet people pay $30 for it. California. Goop. No, not the lifestyle brand. In Los Angeles, there's something called the Goop, or the Combinacion. It is a pile of cheap hot dogs, chili, cheese, and buns, all chopped up on a griddle and fried into a singular pile of meat sludge. Oregon. Voodoo Donuts NyQuil.
Portland loves to keep it weird. Voodoo Donut once made a donut coated in NyQuil medicine and Pepto-Bismol. The health department shut that down, but they still serve donuts topped with bubblegum and bacon.
Washington. Geoduck.
The geoduck is a giant clam, but it looks extremely phallic. The neck of the clam can be 3 feet long and hangs out of the shell. It looks like an alien appendage. It's sliced thin for sashimi. It's delicious, but looking at the live animal is disturbing. Alaska. Jellied moose nose. This is the final boss of weird American food. Alaskans take the snout of a moose, boil it to remove the hair, and let it set in its own cartilage jelly. You slice it like a loaf. You get layers of white fat, dark meat, and jelly. It is chewy, fatty, and visually terrifying.
Hawaii. Poi. To Hawaiians, this is sacred. To tourists, it tastes like purple wallpaper paste.
Poi is mashed taro root. It is gray-purple, sticky, and slightly sour as it ferments. It is an acquired taste that many mainlanders struggle to swallow. It's easy to call these foods gross, but remember, these dishes were born out of survival, tradition, and a refusal to waste food. Except for the toilet sundae. That's just weird.